Our research shows that even in situations where we don't have rubble resulting from wars, there's enough materials generated from regular demolition activities that take place, justifying and pushing us to look for sustainable ways of handling the rubble, which fall under the idea of circular economy.
Now, the big challenge is that in Lebanon, what we've been doing is dumping these debris in dump sites and creating landfills. This is why we have over 1,000 dump sites in Lebanon, out of which 1/3 are allocated to CDW.
Construction and demolition waste in Lebanon is not a problem that only arises in relation to conflicts or crises. As a matter of fact, it consists of roughly 30% of our solid waste output every year. And therefore, it is a problem that is related to the larger challenge of circular waste management and the necessary reforms and governance model that we need to implement the circular processes.
AUB and CC work on advancing reforms in Lebanon. They focused on sustainable construction and demolition waste management through policies and actual practices and recommendations to advance this sector.
Our work is based on policy research, key informant interviews, and international benchmarking. Policies are crucial for industrial transformation. We need to build on existing waste legislations and include CDW.
But there are also real opportunities. Adopting a clear CDW policy, using green public procurement to create demand, building a pipeline of bankable recycling projects, and involving CSOs to build trust and transparency.
The recovery rate from these CDW in some countries reaches or exceeds 90%.
The private sector plays a big part in mobilizing expertise, innovation, and networks in order to build sustainable and scalable solutions. By doing so, we enhance the economy, we promote growth, we create jobs, we increase competitiveness, while at the same time reducing environmental risks.
This type of waste is massive in scale, and the policies and infrastructure to manage this still needs improvement. It has become even more urgent in the aftermath of the recent war in Lebanon, which has left behind millions of tons of rubble across cities and towns. What BINA has done is funding civil society, research institutions, and policy dialogues that bring evidence, data, and concrete proposals for recycling and circular economy solutions. And this is directly linked to Lebanon's broader reform agenda under the 3RF.
In contexts of weak governance like Lebanon's or other Global South cases, we see that universities play an increasingly important role in shaping policies and making sure that scientific evidence is making its way from researchers and academics to decision makers. And therefore, having a multidisciplinary approach rooted in consultation, in stakeholder engagement, as well as scientific evidence is very important.
Our policy recommendations are based on decentralized governance, on financing, and on capacity and industrial transformation for the sustainable management of CDW.
Instead of saying معالجة النفايات, waste treatment, let's use صناعة النفايات, waste industry.